Do you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain? Well, come with me to Tropical Town. Don't know where I was going with that, but hey all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, okay, I'm really freaking excited. So you may or may not know, but this has been my very first year trying Nomad cosmetics, and I've been really impressed with the quality of all of their shadows, and they come up with these really interesting color stories that they are really invested in. They just came out with a new palette that is by far my favorite color story they have ever done, and it is based on the Monteverde Cloud Forest. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the packaging. We are going to look at some swatches. I am going to do two looks. I'm going to do one look on each eye, which I haven't done in so long. And we're just going to chat in general because genuinely, like when I opened this palette, I gasped, like audibly gasped. And when I swatched it, I must have sat there taking the swatch pictures, the swatch video for like 10 minutes because I was literally just looking at my arm like this. So let's just jump right into this. First, let's take a look at the packaging. I actually love the outer cardboard packaging of this. So, you know, the palette itself comes in a box, but it's got these cool little cutouts where you can see, you know, like a little sloth over here and a parrot over here. And just, you know, I believe these are birds of paradise. Correct me if I'm wrong. But then inside this palette, like, look, this is why I wore this shirt today. I had to be colorful. I had to be tropical-y. But I love this. This is definitely my vibe. So they've done like Whistler's Snow Lodge, and I'm not exactly a snowboarding, skiing kind of gal, but the middle of a dense, beautiful forest with beautiful colors. Can you sign me up? Check that box, please. But this is just very much my vibe. And then when you open it up, we have this 18 pan palette with 12 mattes and 6 shimmers or metallics or duochromes. But the mattes are so beautiful. Like this color story screams tropical vibes to me. And when they are put all together, it's just breathtaking. I instantly, like I said, I gasped when I opened this up because I think it is so beautiful. It's almost like a rainbow palette, but in so much of a better way than like red, blue, green, yellow. I just freaking love this, and I am so pumped and inspired by it. Let me go ahead and show you the swatches. These swatched so beautifully, so beautifully. The shimmers, the mattes were just so buttery smooth that a lot of times I just had to go into the pan once and once on my arm and it was perfect. The only shades that I had to go back in with more than once were Violet Saberwing, which is that true grape jelly purple, and the other one was Orchid, which is a very hot, almost fuchsia pink. But even those, I only went back in twice and just built it up, and it was completely fine. Now those colors, I wouldn't even swatch them on my eyes. I wouldn't brush them. I'd probably pat them and then blend them out. So I'm not too worried about that, but I always want to let you guys know if I have any issues with the swatching. But as we all know, swatches on your arm do not equal what it's going to look like on your face. So it could be amazing on your arm and terrible on your face and vice versa. So I have not yet tried these on my face, and we're going to do it. I am so excited. I feel like I'm just wired in this video because of how excited I am about this. Like, I have just been staring at this palette since I got it, and I was like, I can't wait to use it. So, like I said, I'm going to do one color story on one eye and another color story on another eye. What will I do? Let's see what I want to do. I know for one eye, I want to do completely tropical. So it would be yellow to orange to that kind of corally pink. And then under the eye, I can't decide whether I would go green or purple. And then for this eye, let's figure it out when we come to it. All right, we're going to start with Toucan, which is an interesting matte yellow because it looks just straight up matte yellow, but when it was swatched, it almost had a slight green tinge to it, but that's almost like with neons. By the way, my eyes are already primed. I'm just going to pat these on gently, and then we'll blend them out. That is positively neon. Wow. Okay, so I will say this is an issue I tend to have with matte yellow in general. This is looking slightly patchy on my eyes, but that is something where I can go over it several times and feel confident it will look good. But I feel like I have never encountered a matte yellow that isn't that way on my eyes personally. I do have dry skin, and that, you know, translates to my eyelids as well. But it's not noticeable to anybody but me with a camera, with a mirror right up to my face. But it's still such a cool yellow. It's definitely unique from anything I have in my collection. I like it. So I don't know if you're able to see kind of the patchiness of it, but it definitely is a little bit patchy, which again happens to me with most matte yellow eyeshadow, all matte yellow eyeshadows I've ever tried. I'm gonna take that same brush and go into Jaguar, which is just, ooh, it's just a beautiful bright matte orange. I'm gonna layer that over top. Also bringing that into the crease. My brush is a little bit stained, but I am gonna go into Passiflora, which when I swatched it, this was probably one of the prettiest shades I swatched. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous coral color. So I will say that I feel like I am building some of these colors up. This is not, like, whereas some of them swatched perfectly on my arm, I'm not saying that they're doing a bad job, but I am having to kind of build them up a little bit more on my eyes personally, which is why I always like to do swatches and eye looks, because they are very different. So I just added some more of that orange back in just to keep that color strong. And I really love this corally color though. I think that's so, so, so pretty. So for under the eyes, I think I want to take this, which is, good God, Resplendent Quetzal, Quetzal, and this blue. Oh my gosh, so this eye is going to be an all matte look for sure. But this matte blue, when I swatched it, yeah, look at that. That's like instantly just vibrant and beautiful. I love when I do like kind of tropical looks, putting a pop of blue under the eyes. That's kind of one of my favorite things, and this is no exception. I feel like that helped it come together. Now, of course, I still want to apply eyeliner and mascara and things like that, but let's move on to the other eye. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think I'm going to do kind of a green situation over here. I don't know if I want to do green blue. I think I am going to do green blue. So I think I'm going to go this same teal that I put under my eyes, because that might be one of my favorites. I'm going to do teal to kind of like a springy green with a dark green in the crease. And then over kind of the entire eyelid, I'm going to pat this bright, like shimmery green. I'm excited. I think I lied. I think I'm going to do green to teal to dark blue. So we're going to start with this, which is Green Vine Snake, which is just this beautiful, beautiful lime green matte. It's like neon green almost. Like, do you see how bright this is? That's neon. That is pure neon effing green. Now I'm going to do Resplendent Quetzal again. And this is going to go in the middle, almost to the end, but I'm going to leave a little space for the darker, deeper color. That's a really, really cool gradient there. And then on the edge, I'm going to put Blue Morpho, which is just kind of a true blue. It's not quite navy. It's leaning that way, but it's not quite there. So I'm going to take that. This is darker, so I'm definitely going to press this on rather than swiping it. I love this blue. Wow. I have to admit that it's been a long time since I've dealt with only mattes. So it's remembering that with mattes, it's a lot of packing on and you blend it out and then you pack a little bit more on. At least that's what it's always like for me with almost any matte I've ever used, especially colorful mattes. I am liking that gradient though. And I kind of like Unintentional Rainbow Eye over here, but God, I hope I don't mess this up, but I want to take Wildlife Wonderland and just kind of pat that over top. This is kind of like a minty green, so maybe I'll keep that just to the inner corner and we'll see how it looks. Oh, wow. That is such a pretty shimmer. Do you see that? Oh, wow. So wait, do I want to use another shimmer? Let me see. Yep, I do. So I'm going in with Magical Mist, which is this blue, but it shifts to green. Look at that metallic. Oh my gosh, I'm going to pat this right on the center. Oh, this was a good choice. This is a good choice. Oh, see, I love, sometimes I'm like, why don't I do all matte more often? And then I see shimmer and I'm like, ah, definitely a little bit of fallout from those shimmer shades. But I honestly, usually I use like NYX glitter glue or something, and I just patted that on dry. So that could be on me. But what do I want to go under the eye with? Do I even want to go under the eye? I do, but I think I want to just take more of that blue Morpho, which is the darker blue color, and just kind of continue it under the eyes just to wrap things up a little bit. So I'm going to hop off camera real quick, and I want to do liner, finish up the eyes with mascara, maybe blush and some lips, and I'll be right back to give you my thoughts on this palette. All right, here we are all finished with, again, cheeks, with lips, with liner, with fake lashes. Who am I? Who am I? Literally every time I put on fake lashes, I'm like, Sarah from Better Off Red would be so proud of me. All right, let's talk about the Monteverde Cloud Forest palette. Here's what I will say. I will always be 100% honest with you guys. Now, this still is my favorite color story Nomad has ever come out with. That being said, I will say that this is a palette that you need more patience with. So some of their other palettes, I have found that they just blend effortlessly. And this one does blend really well, but I think you need to take a little bit more time, especially because this is a majority matte palette. There are definitely shimmers in here. There are 6 shimmers, but most of these are matte. 12 are matte, 6 are shimmers. So 2/3 of this are matte. Chances are you're going to be using a lot of the matte colors. They wound up looking fantastic. They wound up blending together. They wound up not looking very patchy, but I did have to take time to get them to look that way. I had to pack it on, blend out carefully, and pack on again several times actually. Now that might be a turn off for some of you. That is not necessarily a turn off for me because I know that the payoff is worth it. And for me, I love this. I can't decide what I like more though. This like shimmery blue-green eye or this tropical eye with like the blue underneath. I love them both so much. I'm leaning more towards this one, but what do you guys think? I need you to vote down below. Tell me which one you like better. But overall, I love this. I'm going to be using this a lot. I can't stop staring at this color story. It just makes me so happy. And the other one, so they recently came out with the Fête de Provence, which is kind of more dusty, muted colors. And there's the Whistler Snow Lodge, which was just cool, like log cabin vibes, which I loved. But this is right up my alley. So let me know if you're thinking of picking this one up. I'm really excited. I can't stop looking in the mirror if I'm being honest, because I love both of these. Like, I feel like this one makes my eyes just look super blue, and this one makes my eyes just look good. I don't know. I love it. I love it so much. So let me know down below what you think. Are you okay with palettes that sometimes take a bit more patience, or do you only want a palette that is just easy the first time off and you just blend it and go? Like, do you like quick makeup palettes, or do you like ones that maybe you have to sit down and play with a little bit more time? I like both for different reasons, obviously. Like if I got to get out of the door, I just want something quick, fast, but those are usually super neutral. Whereas these, I want to play. I want to sit down. I want to really be creative. So let me know your thoughts down below. If you liked this video, I would love if you give it a thumbs up. That always helps out my channel so much. Commenting, sharing, thumbs up, all those things really help out if you like a YouTuber's video. So please take the time to do it. You all can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all GlitterFallout. And as always and forever, you are super freaking rock stars, and I love you so much with my whole heart, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Now, who's taking me to the Monteverde Cloud Forest? Is it you? Who's doing it? Don't all line up at once.